Let's quickly talk about Cash App taxes versus H&R Block. I mean, if you are filing taxes this year, you have a lot of choices. And among those choices, you have two important ones. You have Cash App taxes and H&R Block. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. First, let's talk about Cash App taxes. So long story short, Cash App taxes is great for you if you're listening to me right now and you have relatively simple tax situations or tax scenarios and you are looking for a truly free tax preparation software. But even if you don't have a straightforward return, you can make this software work for you. Let me give you an example. Unlike TurboTax and H&R Block or even Jackson Hewitt, you can file free even if you itemize deductions with Cash App taxes, even if you have investment income or you are self-employed. So Cash App taxes overall, in our view, is an excellent choice for those who have a good handle on filing their taxes and would not need support. But because this provider doesn't offer any options for live assistance, paid or otherwise, and doesn't sell software, it's not really a great choice for anything other than DIY online filing. So, but I'll give you more granularity around Cash App taxes so you have a clear idea what you're getting yourself into before you choose Cash App taxes. So that's for Cash App taxes. Let's talk about H&R Block. So H&R Block really has been around for a while. I mean, this is the go-to tax preparation software for anyone looking to file their taxes with a pro. H&R Block offers excellent online plans for self-filing as well as top-notch professional services at a reasonable price. I mean, the prices are pretty reasonable. So with H&R Block's layered tax preparation process, what happens here is that you can get started with an online plan and then get expert support whenever you need it, or even turn the job over to a professional to finish filing for as little as $85 to $100 for you. So this is kind of cool. You can either make an in-person appointment or do it all remotely. So the flexibility is there. That's what we love with H&R Block. In addition, H&R Block also offers tax preparation services for expats starting about $100 to $150 for simple returns, not including state and also the FBAR filing. This is unique because neither TurboTax nor Cash App taxes provide services specifically designed for Americans living abroad. So this is kind of cool. And so H&R Block, it really offers great support, but if you have a more complicated return and you don't plan to pay for expert help, you can save money going with another company. That's for sure. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. So I just gave you the overview of those two providers. Let's talk about the pricing. Let's really go really granular. So when you think about Cash App taxes, I want you to think about free. Everything is free. Everything is, and a lot of people are asking, why is Cash App taxes doing it for free? Because they're actually are trying to really drum up business, get like contacts for their other businesses. Okay, Cash App has a lot of businesses going around personal finance, budgeting, and so they're trying to really make sure that the tax portion of things is kind of free, so you can actually sign up for all their other services. I mean, it is a great strategy, we think. And so Cash App taxes is free. So, okay, when it comes to pricing and fees, is $0. So Cash App does not have different online plans at different price points. Everything is free, whether you have a very simple return or you're self-employed and need to report different types of income, use many forms, and take a bunch of credits. And Cash App taxes can accommodate I think most tax situations in our view. So for instance, let me give you a list of just the common types of income forms and credit Cash App taxes allows. You have W-2 income, you have small business earnings, you have investment income, you have rental income, you have rental property income, you have Form 1099, you have Schedules A, B, C, D, E, F, and H, you have itemized deductions, child tax credit, mortgage interest credit, education credit, EITC. So all of those things are free no matter what if you go through Cash App taxes. So this list is far from exhaustive though. As you can see, Cash App taxes is equivalent to the highest tier plan with many tax software providers, usually a self-employed plan. But you cannot pay for extra support, software downloads, or full preparation services. Okay, and one of the main drawbacks of this service, I'm talking about Cash App taxes, that compared to others, that you can't file multiple state tax returns. So when we talk about H&R Block, you are looking at $0 all the way to $100. Okay, $0. That's actually the delta with H&R Block. And like TurboTax, H&R Block offers 4 different e-filing plans, starting with a free version and working up to the costliest self-employed version. For an added price, you can actually send unlimited, or you can get unlimited on-demand help from a tax professional. But if you have, let's say, if you have the deluxe online plan or better, you will have access to free live tax support by phone or chat. So this is kind of cool. I mean, really, really cool. So when we talk about H&R Block, we have 4 plans. We have the free online, the deluxe, the premium, and the self-employed. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a compare and contrast between Cash App taxes and H&R Block. Let's talk about the unique features that you can expect to have if you were to go with either provider. And so when we talk about Cash App taxes, I think I've already explained to you that everything is free. And so Cash App taxes is free for all filers for both federal and state tax returns. And so here are a few more features that set it apart from the rest of the field. So you have free audit defense through Tax Protection Plus LLC. That includes correspondence, preparation, and representation. So this is kind of cool, okay? And the cool thing with Cash App taxes is that refunds may be deposited up to 6 days earlier than usual if made into your Cash App account. That's what I was telling you earlier, that Cash App is trying to really drum up business for its other units, okay, through the Cash App tax, I would say a conduit. So if you have a Cash App account, not a problem. You can get your refunds a lot earlier, 6 days earlier. You have accurate calculations guarantee, so you have a reimbursement up to $1,000 in the form of gift cards if the IRS or state tax authority penalizes you due to calculation errors made using Cash App taxes. You have a maximum refund guarantee, so reimbursement up to $100 gift card if you file with Cash App taxes and receive a larger refund or owe less when you amend with another tax software provider using the same information. You have a free audit defense that I just said. You have also the fact that you are able to, like what happens here is that with Cash App taxes, you have flexibility. The flexibility is there because no matter how much you're making, no matter your tax situation, the software is free for you. So that really gives a lot of flexibility because with all the other providers, no matter what, you're gonna have to pay. And sometimes you might need some features, but unless you're paying like a larger pricing, you're paying a larger price, you're not really getting the kind of support, the kind of features that you really need for your taxes for your tax filing to be successful. So kudos to Cash App taxes for this flexibility. When we talk about H&R Block, let's look at the unique features that you can get if you go with H&R Block. Well, H&R Block, you have, I think I've said this before, they have a layered sort of a strategy when it comes to pricing, and they also actually have live assistance, so you have the possibility there. And so H&R Block actually operates a vast network of local tax preparation offices and stands out for its live assistance services. So you have optional live assistance. So for filing on your own or having your returns fully prepared by a professional in person or online, you have free audit support guarantee. So this is included with all online plans and optional paid worry-free audit support for $19.99 when e-filing. This is kind of cool. And so you have the free audit assistance include basic help preparing, while support includes correspondence, preparation, and representation. So when you contact H&R Block, be really clear as to what you want. Do you want free audit assistance, or do you want basic help? And also with H&R Block, you have no surprise guarantee, so you can save 20% when filing next year's returns if you do not receive transparent pricing, transparent process, free audit assistance, or a free mid-year check-in. You also have the maximum refund guarantee, so you have reimbursement for filing fees plus free optional refiling if you discover an error that entitles you to a larger refund or a smaller amount due. You also have 100% accuracy guarantee, so reimbursement up to $10,000 for penalty fees and interest charges as a result of software errors. If you really contrast this with Cash App taxes, you're talking about $1,000. H&R Block is paying you $10,000. You also have optional live assistance for filing on your own or having your returns fully prepared by a professional in person or online. You also have free audit support guarantee, which is included with all online plans, and optional paid worry-free audit support for $19.99 when e-filing. So this is kind of cool. This is what I just told you earlier. The thing is that they want to make sure that customers really understand it. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So long story short, you have the ability here to get maximum guarantee with H&R Block, and this is just fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Cash App taxes versus H&R Block. Let's talk about the limitations here. So where does each tax preparation software tool falls short? First of all, let's talk about Cash App taxes. So Cash App taxes cannot accommodate any multi-state returns and doesn't provide as much guidance for filing self-employed taxes and maximizing deductions and credits. That's what I was just telling you earlier, that if you were to go with Cash App taxes, make sure that you have a strong DIY sort of orientation. In other words, you know a lot about your own taxes. You know a lot about tax filing in general, so you don't really need a lot of guidance along the way. Okay, and also one limitation we really don't like with Cash App taxes is that you must sign up for Cash App, which is a free finance app for payments and more, in order to use Cash App taxes. Okay, that's what it's kind of similar to the predecessor of Cash App taxes, which was Credit Karma. So the whole thing was free, right? The tax filing part of things was kind of free, but they were using this sort of conduit to actually drum up business for their other units. So it's pretty smart. One thing you need to understand here is that there is no dedicated support specifically for Cash App taxes, only for Cash App in general, and live assistance is not available free or paid. So you also have fewer calculators, organization tools, and educational resources than other providers, including TurboTax and H&R Block. Let's talk about the limitations of H&R Block. So H&R Block is really on the high end of pricing for tax prep software, though it generally costs a little less than TurboTax in our view. And H&R Block does not include free audit defense, so if you really want it, you're gonna have to pay extra for it. And the filing platform for this provider is slightly more difficult to use than other similarly priced products. So H&R Block is kind of cool, but they had to work a little bit more on the UX and UI, so the user interface and the user experience. But if you were to go with H&R Block, just you might have a slight learning curve to really file your taxes, at least at the beginning, like the very first minutes or very first few hours. You might have that steep learning curve. What is the verdict here? So when we talk about Cash App taxes versus H&R Block, which one should you really choose? And it really wouldn't make sense to choose the best tax provider. Like if you were thinking about going for Cash App taxes versus H&R Block, it really wouldn't make sense to choose either or. It really depends on what you're looking for, okay? Because each will appeal to a different type of taxpayer, depending on their tax situation, preferences, and budget. Because think about it, Cash App taxes free, H&R Block paid. Cash App taxes comprehensive to a certain degree, H&R Block comprehensive all the way, okay? And so really the thing is that you might find that none of these two software tools has quite what you're looking for. So what may be important is realizing that you have options when it comes to preparing your own tax return, okay? And so let me give you a few sort of recap of I would say the pros of each tax preparation software, so you have a clear idea whether you should go with Cash App taxes or H&R Block. If you want to prepare your taxes for free and you don't mind being mostly on your own, Cash App taxes is an excellent choice. Okay, Cash App taxes, DIY. And if you feel like you want to call in for reinforcement and pay for assistance or even preparation, H&R Block will give you what you're looking for. Remember, H&R Block has a vast network of brick and mortar branches that you can actually walk into and really talk to a live person or if you want to file things online, that's kind of fine too. So with H&R Block, you have flexibility. With Cash App Taxes, you have autonomy. So think about it that way: autonomy versus flexibility. If you know what you're doing, if you're pretty comfortable, if you filed taxes before, you want to go with Cash App Taxes. And if budget is an issue for you, Cash App Taxes will be the way to go. The only thing is, Cash App Taxes does not allow you to file multiple state tax returns. So, if you live if you have to file multiple state tax returns, then Cash App Taxes will not be the way to go. And so for H&R Block, you have flexibility. You have like a peace of mind, really, when you think about it. So those are the two things you really need to think about. And also, there is an alternative actually in TurboTax. I'll talk about TurboTax later on. Very shortly. But yeah, if you, for any reason, you do not want to go with Cash App Taxes or H&R Block, you can try another one. You can try Jackson Hewitt. You can try TurboTax, and so on and so forth. Let's talk about the alternative here. So one alternative that I want to share with you is TurboTax. So TurboTax may be very well the best all-around tax preparation software, because the software is comprehensive and can really accommodate virtually any type of tax situation, and it makes easy to find deductions and credits to save more. So, but to qualify for TurboTax's free edition, you need to earn W-2 income and take the standard deduction. For simple tax returns only, not all qualifiers will qualify not all taxpayers rather will qualify in this case. So the thing I'm trying to say here is that if you were to go with TurboTax, you need to make sure that you have a pretty easy tax return with no itemized deductions. If you need to itemize or have other sources of income, you'll need a paid plan on TurboTax. You're not going to qualify for the free edition. And it's important to know that TurboTax has the highest prices of the three, actually, H&R Block and Cash App Taxes. You can also pay for full preparation services or professional support. It really depends upon what you're looking for. And so TurboTax is great for beginners thanks to its intuitive platform and resources, and it really is especially great for returning customers. Okay, but this provider is not a great choice for those on a tight budget. So if you're listening to me right now, you are on a tight budget, TurboTax is not the choice for you. And TurboTax actually offers 4 different online plans for filing yourself. You have the free edition, the deluxe, the premier, and the self-employed. Okay, and so you have unique features also on this software. You have optional paid live support. You have tax return lifetime guarantee. You have maximum refund guarantee, maximum tax savings guarantee. You have satisfaction guarantee. You can import from QuickBooks Online and or income information from Mint. I mean, Mint will be actually discontinued like in a few weeks rather. So Mint will be replaced by another app. You have optional paid live support. You have tax return lifetime guarantee. You have 100% accurate calculations guarantee. So this is kind of cool. So overall, when we talk about TurboTax, we're talking about a tool that's really great. But remember, TurboTax costs more than most tax preparation software providers. Even if you file completely on your own, TurboTax does not include free audit defense. And TurboTax free edition is very basic and more limited in supported incomes, forms, or credit than other free e-filing plans. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just doing a quick compare and contrast between Cash App Taxes and H&R Block. So we looked at the overview, the pricing, the unique features, the limitations, and then I give you the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.